4 signs you will get married soon. You discuss it regularly. Some people get into relationships with the mind of going to the altar someday. Others just want to see how the whole thing goes before making up their minds. And there are some that have no intention of getting married at all. It is important that people to be intentional in a relationship and let their partners know what exactly they want to avoid expectations that are not met. That said, one sign that you are getting married soon is that you discuss the subject regularly with your partner. Not saying that it should be a point of obsession, but it should at least come up in your discussions often, and without any form of discomfort from either partner. It should be something you both look forward to and therefore are not skeptical to talk about. When you have a partner who feels the same way you do about marriage, then you are set to get married in no time. Remember, nothing can work out if there is no agreement. In essence, it should not be one-sided. It should not be that you are looking for means to make him propose or make her accept, whereas the thought has not been in his mind. You might end up just having a long relationship with no marriage in sight that way. In discussing about getting married, it is not just about the wedding day, the dance, the cake, the guest, and all those unnecessary things that marks out the wedding day. A fatal mistake many people make today. Anybody can talk about how they want their wedding day to be. They can fantasize about the occasion and all the romance that follows. When you want to know someone that is really interested in getting married to you, they discuss the marriage itself, the things that will take place, the role of each person, and the plans they have for the future. You find them discussing location. Which location would be best to accommodate both your different needs and desires? They would talk about how to run the home. What role should be taken by each person? How would the home be financed? Would the both of you have to work, or would you set a business? What about children? How many are you going to have? All these are important conversations that serious couples discuss from time to time. It does not have to be at a single sitting or all in one conversation. These matters could easily arise as you go about your daily lives. Maybe during an outing, on a date, working together, or on any occasion. The important thing is that there is conversation about it without either one of you pulling back. In essence, if you openly discuss the subject of marriage and all that it entails with your partner regularly without any form of discomfort, it is a big sign that you are going to get married soon. You are both ready. It is one thing to discuss getting married and another thing to actually be prepared for it. Some people find it easy to talk about marriage from the outside, but when it comes right down to it, you find that they are not prepared in any way. And that will determine if you will be getting married soon or not. The Bible says that a man who wants to build would have first sat down and considered the cost before starting. Otherwise, he may end up building halfway and become a laughingstock in the community. The same is applicable to marriage. Marriage requires a series of preparations from different angles. Apart from being physically mature, there are other areas that need to be in place for the marriage to be successful. Talking about marriage with your partner is a good start, but it should not end in talk alone. There should be preparations and arrangements that should be put in place. For instance, you can talk about wanting to live in an estate or on the island, but have you really put into consideration your current jobs? Do you have the finances to live the dream life you want? Marriage requires more than just your love and the promises you have made to each other. It needs that certain structure to be put in place. Otherwise, the love will crumble under pressure from other things. One of the major issues that need to be addressed is that of finances. You cannot be staying at your parents' place, depending on them for a livelihood, and claim that you are ready to get married. Money is needed to cater for a family, and if this money is absent, it can delay a lot of things. A apart from finances, there must also be emotional maturity. You should be ready to forgive each other, knowing that you will step on each other's toes from time to time. You should have to come to a point where you know you are compatible spiritually, emotionally, financially, and socially. That goes a long way to show your readiness for marriage. If you think you have considered all that needs to be considered, and you find that both you and your partner are ready, there is nothing stopping you. You have involved your families. Have you met his or her family? Do they know you? How well do you relate with them? Do you have a cordial relationship? Are they looking forward to that day when you tie the knot as well? If your answers are positive, congratulations! You are on your way to getting married soon. Family plays a huge part in any relationship, no matter how much people may try to push it aside. Anyone that is serious about you will introduce you to their family members. The fact that they make you known to the members of their family means that you are important to them. They are proud to be associated with you and are ready to be committed to you and that relationship. It goes a long way in hastening things up and can give you a reassurance that you are with the right person. If, on the other hand, every time you bring up the subject of meeting their family members, they try to push it aside, you should become wary, because that means he or she is not ready to commit to you in any way, or are not looking forward to taking the relationship to the next level. And yes, involving other people, especially family members, is important. It is important not to assume that you will get married just because you go on dates regularly, or because they lavish gifts, attention, or money on you. Meeting a few friends or going out on a few occasions does not also guarantee marriage. Some people do all these things, even live together as couples, and never get to the stage of getting married. The truth is that if he or she loves you so as they claim and are looking to spend the rest of their lives with you, then they will not be scared to bring you into their inner circle, and that includes close friends and family members. This is where a person can be vulnerable, and only someone who is ready to go all the way would be willing to take that step. The family tells you more who your partner is. If their family accepts you and you have a very good relationship with them, they will be the one to hasten the marriage process. You make plans for the future. After getting the approval of family and friends and deciding that you are ready to get married, the next assurance is your plan for the future. In any relationship, especially one as critical as marriage, there is the need to come to agreement and reach compromise on different issues. Considering that you are two people coming from different backgrounds, there will be differences in opinion and thought. You must be able to reach an agreement on how you want your married life to look like and start making provisions for it. You make plans on your where to live. Different scenarios may arise, but the fact that you are already planning ahead means there is readiness to take the relationship to the next level. If you make no plans to get married, there is the likelihood that you will remain in that relationship for a long time. However, if you make plans, deciding on the steps to take at every stage and how you want things to be, then you will have a successful marriage.